Okay, so it's the 11th of September. I'm doing this one handheld currently. Now, the seller for this said, oh, don't worry, I'm just going to tape up an Amazon box for the item. This is not a box. This is a paper bag, not a box. And I actually do have the message and that to prove it, actually. I do have the message to prove it. There's it. There's. So, yeah. Basically, I hope it's alright. Because this is not a box. Scissors. There we go. Oh god, this has had a... What the hell happened here? At the back. So yeah, it is missing the top piece of plastic, which, by the way, there's 3 of these I've seen. 2 were listed on eBay, this one's on Vinted, and they all seem to be missing that top bit of plastic. But yeah, this is... Grab the camera. This is the Sonic Screwdriver Bath gift set. Now, some listings, including ones on eBay, think that this is the character toy. It is not the character toy. In fact, this wasn't even made by them. And it doesn't use the same moulds either. But yeah, this is an open one. God, no wonder it's so heavy is because of this. The shower gel. And also fizzers as well, but that's where all the weight is in this thing. But this is actually larger than the character toy. Oh! It actually has the Doctor Who... I don't know if the camera will pick this up. It actually has the Doctor Who logo printed on it. And also the copyright. I don't know how well that is picking it up. I really don't. I should have this as a proper setup at the moment. But unfortunately, I'm moving things around at the minute. So, yeah, maybe if I get a torch and shine it on there, maybe. Oh, no, there you go. But look how long that extends. That is... yeah, it's based on the character toy. It's got these buttons on it that do absolutely nothing, but it is larger. This is a very large 10th Doctor Sonic. Have I got a one to hand? Yes, I do. Well, it's a 9th Doctor one, but it'll do the same thing. In fact, it'll show a nice little comparison. So, here is a 9th Doctor Sonic in comparison to it. You can see that it is much larger in every dimension, and including, obviously, oh, look at that! It's got some extra bits in it. But yeah, this is based on the character toy. It's non-electric. Still has a cap that comes off. That does absolutely nothing. It's interesting, but yeah, obviously the bottom ooh, that's seeing better days at the bottom there. But basically, this is to deposit the bath filters out of. That is meant to be, I think, a bit of foam at the bottom there, and it's kind of gone a bit. Yeah, but it is a huge, chunky boy. Like, this is a big boy, this one. And that, but obviously, you know, this is basically made, you know, the company who made this has looked at the character toy and based it off that. So basically, the character toy, which has its inaccuracies and obviously is larger than the actual prop, well, this one takes it another step further. I mean, this is the reason I bought this, and that is just a fascinating thing. But yeah, interestingly, they didn't seem to... Actually, I'm curious now. Yeah, they haven't really enlarged the blue section, actually. The blue section is pretty much almost the same size. In fact, it pretty much is the same size. So the blue section is the same size, so it looks so much smaller in comparison. It does have a crackle on it design, but yeah, I do remember seeing this as a kid. And never got it as a kid, and the reason is simply because this thing, if I remember rightly, its retail price was around about the same price as the character toy. Because obviously with this, you know, because the character toy originally retailed for a tenner, which, you know, is insane to think in today's day and age where, you know, character think that 40 quid is reasonable for a sonic screwdriver, but there you go, different times. That has had a bit of a beating at the back, but still, I'm happy enough with it. If it was a brand new sealed one, I'd be pissed off about that, but since it was an open one, fine, but seriously, that has had a beating at the bottom there where it's being crushed. It's always Vinted sellers, I've noticed, that do that, because Vinted do have terrible customer service, generally. Like, Vinted will not give you your money back unless the item is literally smashed to bits, like a mug I had was, or if it doesn't arrive at all, but even then you have to wait bloody ages. But yeah, that's it for this bit. I'll show you about the camera work on this one. Oh well, hopefully it's better next time. Okay, it's the 8th of October. This box actually says fragile on it, though it has been a bit crushed there, so I'm hoping it's alright, because this is something I have wanted for quite a while, but you know, haven't been able to afford it for quite a while. Well, so yeah, I mean, who knows, hopefully, I've been hoping that this would one day get a re-release, and it never ever ever has. So yeah. It is well wrapped, so it looks like it survived intact. It is an open box one. It is open box, but still, considering the price I paid for it, I'm happy in the fact that it does come with its box and everything. Wait a minute. Okay, there's the open. Okay, I was going to say, where's the open box? There's the open box at the bottom. Ooh, ooh, what is that? Is that just a bit of cardboard? No, what there? Is that? Okay, I think it's just a bit of sellotape, like brown parcel tape. But this is the Magnus Greel and Mr. set, which the camera's having a really hard time focusing on because it is literally reflecting off the light. But yeah, this is something I have wanted in my collection for ages. It looks like they've even still kept the twisty ties in there. So yeah, actually, you know what? There's no way that could have been out of the box. That's how much it is. Okay. I don't think these have been out of the box. I think this piece of plastic has just cracked, basically, there. Because there's no way you could get that out of the... Hang on, let's see if I can. I'm not going to tear it open anymore. Could you get it out? Okay, yes you could. Yes you could. Okay. So it had... Actually, so it does go all the way up to there. So it has been out of the box. Okay. Oh well, that's good. That means, who knows, one day in the future I may do a review of this. I've just realised I've left my phone in my jacket pockets. Because I need my phone, because I can't remember the exact price off the top of my head. Okay, $29.42 I paid in total. That's in total, including the postage. Which, for this thing, now, like, I've seen loose ones go for 50 quid. And brand new and box ones are usually around the 80. In fact, I saw one go for 100 the other day. So, yeah, 30 quid for this. I just realised head should be the other way around, surely. Because I'm sure his unmasked head was the accessory. But, yeah, finally got this. And again, Unbox and that with the twist ties and everything. It looks new from the front. For the most part, it even looks new from the back, apart from that little bit there. So, yeah, this seller was selling a bunch of figures and that. They were all opened and that. But yeah, for the price, very, very happy with this. So yeah, maybe I might do a review on it one day, who knows. Or maybe I have by the time this video comes out, who knows. But that's it for this bit. Okay, it's the 9th of October. Apologies if you can hear my laptop fans. We got a box. Oh god, it is warm in here. Like, really, really warm. Yeah, surprisingly, I've said this before, but my bedroom is the hottest room in the house. Like, literally, I walk into the hallway, it's about 10 degrees cooler. There we go. What's that smell? Thankfully this has survived intact. Ooh, that arm is looking a little bit bent. Thankfully it's alright. So, it's a war machine. Which, yeah, thankfully, it's had a bit of a beating on the back. Don't know if you can see there. Yeah, it's good that it did survive, because they didn't put any other packing material in this thing. So it is good that it did actually survive. To be honest, I think I'll just leave it in as is, because it looks, I think, nicer in the box than it would out. Plus it gives it some protection. But yeah, I've wanted one of these for quite a while. This cost me £12 including postage. So yeah, I think £3.50 for the postage. Something along the lines of that. I'm hoping this is in focus. I really do. You can see that arm there's a little bit bent. At the front there it should be streaked. If I did open it I could probably bend it straight, but again I'm not going to. But yeah, the box has seen better days. Is it actually open on the inside? No, it is taped shut good. But this can give us a look at the other side as well. But yeah, Unbox, the only company to ever do a war machine, and that, which is good, because I do really like the war machines. I do quite like their like big and bulky design. It kind of, you know, feels more like something that could have been, you know, made on Earth around that time period. So I've got a USB drive in my pocket. But yeah, not really much else to say other than that, but happy that it arrived and didn't break, because some people have had Eagle Mosses, you know, arrive broken. Obviously Eagle Moss are no longer a thing, and that Master replicas have taken over, and not doing the best job, because in a lot of cases, because Master replicas, I'm going to have a bit of a rant about them, is they charge more in a lot of cases than Eagle Moss were doing, but the quality is lower. And including some of the paint jobs as well are much more rough and sloppy and also inaccurate. For example, the Saucer, I think it was the Saucer Commander from Dalek Invasion of Earth, they gave it blue shoulders when it shouldn't have that. It should be grey, and the Eagle Moss one got them grey. So yeah, I don't know why, because it's not meant to, you know, obviously there are some in Magician's Apprentice that have that, but not Dalek Invasion of Earth, not the Commander, the Saucer Pilot as it's known, which obviously was an unfinished painted Supreme Dalek, but still, yeah, it's just a few things like that where you just kind of go, ooh, oh no. And I'm seeing, is this thing, yeah, it is in focus, okay. But, yeah, that's basically it for that. Okay, so it's the 10th of October, and I've been to B&M, and I've gotten some of these Master replicas, I think that, yeah, Master replicas. Basically these are reissued Eagle Moss Daleks. So here we've got the Death Dalek, and that, and the other ones, the other two I got were the Oswin Dalek. This one I kind of... Okay, so unfortunately I think there was a bit of corruption when doing this video, but in case it doesn't show up, I'm recording this bit, so if you're seeing that, hey ho! But one of the ones I got, which was the one I wanted the most, was the Death Zone Dalek. And here it is, and you can see it does have the damage in that on it. On that side, you can see there. An improvement from the original Eagle Moss is actually the eye. You can see that it does have the rings, the correct amount of rings, and also the shape and everything. Let me unbox too, so I've got a free hand. But yeah, the dome lights I think are a little bit better as well. It's mostly the same. I will say the colour of it, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Personally, I think it is still slightly too light, and obviously, you know, it should be glossy rather than this matte finish that they've got. Yeah, I wish it had the piece of the dome in the back that was missing, and I swear the original Eagle Moss prototypes had that. I swear they did, but I can't find a picture of it. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm having a Mandela effect and that. But yeah, other than that, yeah, pretty nice release in that, and especially considering this is £10. You know, because on Master Replica's website it's 15 plus postage, which honestly, like, other than people who don't live near a B&M or can't get to one, literally just don't, just, like, you know, go to a B&M. This one, there does seem to be less of them, though then again, this one, I haven't seen anyone post about this one. Not even Raven Jones, who claimed to have all of them. But yeah. Anyway, that's this little bit extra just added on to the end. There, or in the middle. Who knows where I've added it in. There you go. It kind of makes me wonder, just like, why, rather than having a picture, why not have this be an open window? You wouldn't even need to put a plastic window in there, since there's already a bit of plastic protecting it. Yeah, just because that way, you know, you'd be able to see if it's all right or not. Because I have gone in B&Ms where someone has opened these up, and that I think was the one at South Shields, if I remember rightly. Someone had opened up the, I can't remember if there was a bronze Dalek or a dead planet Dalek, but I saw that someone had opened them up, basically. But I hadn't just like cut the tape; they literally ripped the top off. Oh no! Oh no! What the hell? Okay, so we can see a bit of the plunger there at the top rattling around. Where's the rest of it? Honestly, where's the rest of the plunger? It is supposed to have a full plunger. Like I can see the cup, where's the rod bit? Suffice to say, this one is going back. This one's going back, yeah. Where the hell's the rest of it? There's like a bit up there. Oh, there's the rod. There's the rod. Jesus Christ, like that thing is... God. That's why I wish there was a window so I could see. Is this my receipt for B&M? Yes, okay. Interestingly, on the receipt it calls them mini Daleks. But yeah, at my next opportunity I will take that to a B&M. Let's hope this one's alright. So yeah, I thought the rattling was just the chains, and the chains on it are loose. Onyx, but yeah, Jesus Christ. And they only had one of those, so... Oh, Death to the Daleks, Dalek. Let's have a look. Okay, this one looks alright. That's interesting. They've given it yellow dome lights. Even though the Dalek... There isn't a Dalek in Death to the Daleks that's got yellow dome lights. There's the one that's got orange, but not yellow. There's not a Dalek that has yellow. It was either clear dome lights or one that had orange. There we go. This one actually I quite like. Actually, this one's quite nice. The paint is a bit splodgy in places, in a couple of places, but I do really like the Death Daleks, and the fact that it has the correct gun. As well, so you know, hooray for that. So yeah, that Oswin Dalek is going to have to go back, and I will have to try and find... I don't know whether I'll try and find another one or not, because out of the three, it was the one I decided last on whether to get or not, so... unless the B&M I go to has one. If the B&M I go to has one in, then I will just, you know, get another one. But if I can't find another B&M and that has them, or within that time frame, I'll probably just get me money back, to be quite frank. Because after looking at the quality of them... Because I thought I was going to give these a glowing recommendation, and they're not all... Like, at a tenner, it's alright. It's fine. I won't call it a bargain like some people are. Some people are calling these a bargain. It's like, do you remember how much Eagle Moss figures were? The figurines. You know, a tenner is not a bargain. A tenner I would call standard. In fact, you know, the fact that it doesn't even come with it, you know, the magazines and that, so either, so, you know, but I won't call them a bargain particularly. Cheaper than what would be on other places selling these, but yeah, this one very disappointed with. This one actually looks better in person. I don't know why whoever took the pictures of the Guest Home Dalek yeah, needs to get better lighting. Why does they all kind of look really dark as well. That one actually looks brighter on camera than it does in real life, but like the pictures that they've used on the front of the box, they're just so dark. But yeah, this one does need to go back, so that is just, I'm so annoyed that's happened. I know some people will say just glue it on. If it was just the plunger off, maybe. Although even then saying that, because of how thin it is as well, and also the cup at the end is snapped off, with a bit of the rod and a bit of the thing chain snapped off as well. Just, nah, it will look an absolute mess, to be frank, so I'm not going to bother doing that. But yeah, I'll let you know how that goes. Maybe, hopefully, if I remember. Excuse me. Okay, apologies if you can hear my laptop. It's actually converting some 4K. In fact, it's converting this 4K Blu-ray at the minute. So anyway, it's the 11th of October. Yes, it is. Excuse me. So I went to a different B&M today, and took back the Oswing Dalek, which was broken. Unfortunately, the one I went to didn't have any Oswing Daleks, though I did exchange it for this. They have one of these, so yeah, I did exchange it for this, and to be honest, I think I prefer it overall, actually. I did open it beforehand to make sure it was all right, but yeah, this one looks all good. Let me take the twisty tie out. But yeah, as I said before, I wish there was a window. Not even a window, they could have had this actually be a cutout here. So, because again, it's got a plastic window there anyway, so you could see them there. But this one, it's obviously the little girl from Remembrance of the Daleks, or the Dalek Battle Computer. Really do like this one, particularly from the back, and if I remember rightly, this was at Blackpool. I'm pretty sure it was. At least the chair part. And that, so yeah. Really nice little thing actually, this one, and the paint on this one, really sharp, really well done actually on this one. So yeah, this one obviously, you know, was a tenner than that, but obviously, you know, I just swapped it for that one that was broken. As I said, sometimes the rattle, if you can hear a rattle, it's not always that it's broken, because again, you know, sometimes, like with that Dalek, sometimes if it's got like the chains, they do make a rattle sound, so yeah, it's hard to tell. With this one, there we go. Just going to pop this back in because unfortunately I don't have a big massive display unit anywhere in here for it. I can't remember whether I mentioned this before, but if you are interested in ripping your Doctor Who CDs, DVDs, and particularly Blu-rays, and if also you have 4K Blu-rays, get a drive now while you still can, because they were actually discontinued, at least these ones were. LG stopped, who were the last basically major manufacturer making them for PCs, stopped manufacturing them in 2023, at the end of 2023. The reason most people didn't notice is because obviously there's not high demand for these, hence one of the reasons why they discontinued. At the time of recording, you can still find new old stock. This one is a used one from Japan, actually, and I got this at a really good price. This was £45. To buy these brand new, it's usually around £70 to £80, so 45 was pretty good. This is just the one I've got just to basically test it and that. I mean, it will work perfectly. I do have two on my desk that are in proper enclosures and everything. In fact, here's a fourth one. Yes, I've got 4 of these. And the reason is because, you know, I'm just stockpiling because one day they will die. The lasers in them will die. So, yeah. And also, one day, the Blu-rays and that, you know, hopefully not within my lifetime, but who knows, they may get disc rot and die. I don't know. The problem is that, you know, they're not old enough at the moment to be able to tell. I will say, though, it's less common, in terms of disc rot, much less common in the UK than in the US. We seem to have, I'm just saying that, in the UK, we seem to have a higher quality in terms of the manufacturing of discs over here. Because I know recently there's been a lot of kerfuffle in the US. And that, for example, if you buy Doctor Who DVDs in the US, if you buy new ones of classic series stories, they are not pressed discs. They are just on DVD-Rs or recordable DVDs, and because they're basically made on demand. And the problem with DVD-Rs or recordable discs is basically they do not have a very long lifespan, unfortunately. They will not last very long. So yeah, get to backing up the discs. And even if you are in the US, get the Blu-rays. Ideally get the UK Blu-rays, because again they're all running and that at the correct and maximum frame rate, including all the special features. And also there's a couple of special features that weren't in the US box sets, a couple of them. I know there's one on season 12, I think there's another one on one of the other season box sets, so just get the UK ones, import them. They're region free, or the Australian ones, whichever one is cheapest. But yeah, that's all I'll say on that, because I thought I'd make my piece on that. But yeah, there we go, people, there we go.